We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T. So I want to come on here and talk about the whole Monique situation. So if you guys remember 2 years ago, Monique was into it with Lee Daniels because Lee Daniels had confirmed suspicions that Monique had been blackballed in the industry by Hollywood. We all know that Monique had won an Oscar for her performance in Precious back in 2009.
Get down here, bitch! You brought that white bitch up in my house? Why would you bring that bitch up in here?
I didn't bring her here.
Well, why the fuck did she ring my buzzer?
The reason why I have on this royal blue dress is because it's the color that Hattie McDaniel wore in 1940 when she accepted her Oscar. The reason why I have this gardenia in my hair, it is the flower that Hattie McDaniel wore when she accepted her Oscar. So for you, Miss Hattie McDaniel, I feel you all over me. And it's about time that the world feels you all over them.
And since then, you hadn't really seen Monique in too many big projects. I know she did Blackbird, I believe, like a year or so ago. But before then, you hadn't seen her in a lot of stuff. And then they were into it about her getting the role of Cookie Lyons. And Lee Daniels lying, saying that he never offered her the role and she had to go and defend herself.
Everybody's talking about you and Empire, which is a show here on Fox.
Yes.
Hit show, love it. But I didn't realize that you and Lee Daniels, who is the director-creator of Empire, were kind of talking back and forth that you were possibly the perfect person for Cookie as that role. And now, you've released some text messages between you and Lee. The emails. And basically, it was encouragement. What would you say? Give us the gist of those emails.
I think that I'm big on my character, and I stand behind it. And people say, well, why would you do that? Because it's my character that's on the line, and it's my character that's being questioned.
Your character, your integrity.
My integrity,
so
if I pulled it off the air.
Yeah.
For those who didn't read the emails, and I always felt uncomfortable reading somebody else's emails, what does that exchange tell us?
The emails pretty much said, Monique and Lee had a conversation. We want to send over the lines for Cookie, and if we can get her television quotes. And that's pretty much where it starts. So when Mr. Strong and Mr. Danes was saying, we never offered it to her. It's like, guys, just say what it is. Now, when Fox said they didn't want to go with me, I'm okay with that. They wanted to go with Taraji. I'm okay with that. But don't make it sound like I just pulled it out the air.
Well, now Monique has taken to the stage. She was doing a performance in Harlem over the weekend, and she went in. When I tell you Monique's ass let them have it, she went off on everybody involved with Damn Precious, okay? From the director Lee Daniels to the producer Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this viral video. Check this out, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Connected to that black man. So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black dicks who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Miss Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was fucked up by some niggas who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too motherfucking much. It would kill me not to say the real shit. It would kill me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my dick if I had one.
All right, so y'all just saw that video. When I tell you, when I heard Monique go off and say that y'all can suck me off if I had one, honey, I have to clutch my invisible damn pearls. I'm like, Miss Monique is a mess, okay? So this whole situation is crazy, and a lot of folks are trying to figure out, well, why is she going off like this? What happened? And for y'all who don't know, Monique was upset because, once you win something as big as an Oscar, that comes with a lot of perks, okay? We've seen this happen for a lot of white actors and actresses. When they win Oscars, their pay grade literally doubles. So for some of y'all who don't get how the whole Oscar thing works, because you guys may not understand the money and the power play behind the scenes, I'm going to try and break it down to y'all really quick so that way people can understand why Monique is frustrated. It's bigger than her just throwing a tantrum. It's bigger than her being spoiled. It's bigger than her being bitter. It's about politics. I'm going to break this down to y'all, and I want y'all to realize that when somebody's playing with your money, you might go the same route as Monique. But hey, So technically, when people win an Oscar, everybody gets more money. So that includes the directors, the writers, the producers. Anytime you're attached to an Oscar winning film, you're going to get more money. Ordinarily, male actors, they'll receive more of a salary increase than female actresses. A male actor's salary can increase up to $3.9 million after taking home a statue. A Best Actress win is usually worth about $500,000 in salary increases. A Best Picture Oscar winner, so if you get Best Picture, they can earn upwards of $13.8 million post-Oscar win. So there's big money to be made when having your name and your project attached to an Oscar. Now, what's even crazier is what people don't realize. Now, if it's a popular movie, like let's say Titanic, and everybody and their mama's going out to watch it, they're going to see an increase as well. But low budget films tend to see an even bigger increase, especially because they don't put as much money into the project. They may not have had as much funding, but the fact that that movie was nominated and won, it definitely increases everything. As we all know, Precious is what you would consider a more low budget film. So for low budget films, it says this: low budget movies tend to experience a larger monetary boost for the Academy Award nomination. So big risks have led to high rewards during a less traditional movie. So Precious definitely falls into that. And as we see, everybody else who was tied into that project with Precious, they've all literally blown up. Tyler Perry has blown up. Oprah is who she is, honey. Oprah don't need to blow up no more. Oprah is that queen, okay? She's the queen of media. But we really saw a rise in Lee Daniel. Lee Daniel definitely blew up. You know, he was able to produce and, have Empire. And now that's blown up, and that's something else he can put on his resume as well. So Monique basically feels like, you know what? I was the main actress. I won Best Actress that year. And she's literally getting $50,000 offers. And to us regular people, people might look at it like, well, hell, shit, at least it's something. That's more than what I have. That's more than what I make per year. But when you're seeing white actresses being offered a minimum, okay, I'm talking about a minimum of $1 million per picture, that does something to you. And that's what Monique was fighting for. She was saying, the scripts are coming in. That's not a problem. I'm getting offered scripts. But what they're offering me in pay is not okay. It's not fair. Because the same white actress, she won the same award. But when y'all come to her with script, y'all know to come at her offering her at least $1 million on up. But when y'all come to me, a black actress who also won a Best Actress award, you guys are coming at me with, $50,000, $75,000, so that's what Monique was saying in all those interviews over the past 2 years, that, she just wants to be compensated fairly as an Oscar winner. And obviously her speaking out kind of got her blackballed. You haven't seen her on a lot of projects, and I just think that now Monique is just fed up with it and she doesn't care anymore. So I want y'all to go ahead and watch this video about Monique talking about this 2 years ago. Check this out, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
The phone was ringing and the scripts were coming, and when people say, Monique, where have you been? It's not that I haven't been on TV or been in the movies because I've been blackballed, as Mr. Daniels has said. The offers just didn't make sense, Dawn. So again, the phones didn't stop ringing and the scripts didn't stop coming, but the offers that were associated with them were offers that made me say, guys, I can't accept that. Because if I accept that and I won the award, what are my sisters being offered that didn't win the award or wasn't nominated? And what does it say to the little girl who's not here yet, that if we continue to accept these low offers, however do we make it different and make a change?
Okay, I want to play this. This was Lee Daniels on this very broadcast last night. Let's listen.
Okay.
We were on the campaign, and she was making unreasonable demands. And, and she wasn't thinking, this is when reverse racism, I think, happens. I said, you have to thank the producers of the film. You have to thank the studio. And I think she didn't understand that. And I think that, and I said, listen, people aren't going to respond well if you don't. So I love her, and I've spoken to her, and she's brilliant. And I like working with brilliant people. But sometimes artists get in their own way. I think that there were demands that were made from her on the Precious campaign that everyone knows about that hurt her, and I told her that.
Can she change that?
I mean, if she plays ball, you got to play ball.
That's
This
what-
is
that was
not.
the
This is
question I wanted to ask
you
you.
have to. This is not just show. It's show business, and you've got to play ball.
What's your reaction, Monique? You didn't play the game. You had difficult demands.
I want to address it for the order that it went in. And when Mr. Daniels say I had these demands, it shocked me because I was saying to the screen, Dawn, please ask them what the demands were. And actually, there were no demands. There was a request from the movie studio, and they called and requested that I fly to France for the Cannes Film Festival. I simply said I respectfully declined because if you can remember at the time, there was a talk show called The Monique Show. I was doing a comedy tour. I was actually in the award season of the awards, and I'm also a wife, and I'm a mommy. So when they called, I had a couple days just downtime. I wanted to spend that with my husband and my kids. So when we said we respectfully declined, the movie studio called back again. And they said, okay, well, we'll upgrade her hotel room. And my husband simply said again, we respectfully decline. She's gonna take this time with her family.
Yeah.
Well, when the third call came and they said, what is it gonna take to get Monique to France, to the Cannes Film Festival? And my husband said, is there a number associated with it? And they said, oh, we would never pay for anyone to do any promotions for a movie. And we said we understood because what people didn't know was I was paid $50,000 to do the movie Precious. And it really wasn't about the money, and I'm not complaining because I signed up to do it with my friend.
Yeah. But
So
you're,
when the movie-
you're saying that because you didn't have the money to do this on your own. Is that what you're saying? That you needed to feed your family and pay your bills?
I think that's what America says.
Yeah.
I think we all say, I can't do it for free.
Right.
So when the movie studio says we can't set a precedence and pay you to do this, we didn't have an issue with them.
Okay.
But that's when the reports came that now Monique is being demanding and she's being difficult. They had a request, we simply had a request, and they said they couldn't do it, and we said we understood. That was it.
Usually once you win that Oscar, that money offer is like $1 million plus. And Monique felt like, she won an Oscar. She was getting all these roles sent to her and different scripts sent to her. But the amount of money they were offering her, she felt was a slap in the face. She was getting offers, for like 50 to 100,000. Meanwhile, white actors and actresses who have that same award are being offered $1 million. So she felt like, it wasn't fair. I'm not just some rinky-dink actress. I put in work for that role of Precious. I got an award for the role of Precious, but the money's not equaling out. And she said that she just wanted to be paid fairly. So, like I said, it's a lot. Some people are saying that she wasn't, doing her job. She wasn't helping to promote the movie. She was being difficult. So unfortunately, I don't disagree with anything Monique is saying because she has said it in a better way. Yes, but that's Monique. Monique wears her heart on her sleeve and she's going to keep it real. But unfortunately for her, when you choose to work in the industry, like Hollywood, that's just part of the game. It's kissing ass and, doing certain things and, following certain orders. Lee Daniels, he knows how to play that damn game. And everybody's not down to play that game, and people have the right to play the game or not play the game. That's just how it goes. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what comes from this because, she blasted, 3 really big make or break type people in the industry. Oprah, Tyler, and Lee Daniels. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they end up blacklisting her more, if Oprah responds, if Tyler Perry responds, but I definitely think that Monique is very hurt, and she really considered, these people to be friends of hers, especially Lee Daniels. She thought they were very, very close. And now she's realizing that he was just in it for himself. So the whole situation is crazy. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how this plays out. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation once again concerning Monique going off on Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels. Do you agree with everything that she was saying, or do you feel like Monique was doing too much? And what do you think the consequences will be for her speaking out and going off on these 3 bigwigs in Hollywood? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.